Subtropical weather is on the way, but also a cold change. Hi, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. We have some warmer weather coming towards New Zealand, but a little bit of a cold change just before that arrives. Let's kick off with the animated wind map. Look at this, high pressure to the north, bringing down some warm westerly winds out of the subtropics for some places. Further south, you've got a warm westerly or nor'wester ahead of a cold front, which is coming in for Thursday. But that cold front won't be going very far up the country because of that big high, which will stop it. So this is how Thursday is shaping up. There is that cold front coming into the South Island. So rain moves up the west coast, rain and showers around Southland and Otago, and probably even getting a good dusting of snow up on the mountains and ranges as well. But as I say, there's a real cap on how far that cold change goes. When there's high pressure like that sitting there to our north, basically acts like a lid, and it just stops that cold change from going further up the country. So it'll get a little bit windier and cooler, but to be honest with you, maybe from about Canterbury northwards, you're still warmer than average by day. We've got kind of cool nights at the moment, but the afternoons are pretty much warmer than average in at least half of the country, day after day after day this week. So even when we go to Friday, the leftovers of the cold front, couple of showers coming into the north, southwest change, maybe a degree cooler. Otherwise, the South Island's already going through a process of starting to warm back up again because you've got the westerly winds returning. And in the North Island, with that high pressure around, that rain cloud's just going to fall apart. Which means the weekend coming up looks like this. High pressure is coming in out of the west and making for a mostly dry day. Now there might be a very light isolated shower still caught up somewhere in this that you can't even see on the rain map, so it'll be very light, very isolated. That's got good solid air pressure, 1030 hectopascals. That means the high is not just going to suddenly evaporate before we get to the weekend. And to prove that, here is Sunday's map, and the big high coming right into the top of the North Island. Settled weather, maybe a little bit cloudy here and there with no wind to blow it away. But in the South Island, there is a warmer subtropical breeze kicking in. Now it might be a southwester, but it's actually coming out of the subtropics. So you're going to find your temperatures lift up. Queenstown's got double-digit highs on the way. That's your first sign that warmer weather is coming. And our final map for Monday, well, it clearly shows the subtropical flow tumbling down across the country thanks to that big high parked out to our east. It's basically like a waterfall of subtropical air. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but you get the idea. It is dropping down out of the tropics and it'll be warm. So next week, the first Monday of September, and it's also the start of spring on the meteorological calendar, we're kicking off with warm subtropical winds, and I don't know what the others are all talking about. By the way, maybe a little bit cooler later next week, but at this stage, no major polar blast on the way. We'll keep you up to date if anything changes. After all, we are into spring weather now. That's all from me. We'll see you again on Thursday.